Hey, do you know that a simple delete operator can decrease the performance of your JavaScript code base? No? Perfect, you are in the right place. Today I show you how you can prevent JavaScript performance issue by avoiding the delete operator. So don't waste time and let's jump in it. Okay, the example is pretty simple. I already created a person class that accepts a name, a surname, and a birth year. And I created an iteration with 10 million elements. And for each iteration, the code create a new person with the same name, same surname, and same birth year. And each time after the creation, delete the birth year property. And then I use the performance class to check the performance, and then I print the result in the code. So now it's time to see the result in the terminal. Okay, I open my terminal and now I can run my script. So node source/delete.js and press. So the duration is 476 milliseconds, and as you can imagine, it's a good time in this case. But what happens if I change the delete property? Okay, I go again in my code base and I change the delete property from birth year to surname. And I run again the script. And as you can notice, this time the duration is 1 second and 279 milliseconds. It's a completely different time, as you can notice. The same is if you change the surname with the name and you run again the script. In this case is 1 second and 293 milliseconds. A huge time if you think that you do the same stuff of the previous example, but with the different problem. So now it's time to understand the reason why of this problem. Okay, to understand the problem of the delete performance, you have to understand how JavaScript save object. JavaScript save the object in a map that represents the key. The key is the property, and then the type. So as you can notice in this example, I already created an A object and a B object with the same property, A and B, and using a strange syntax with have the same map, we can use a native syntax exposed by V8, a Node.js engine, to check if the two objects have the same map. If you run this code in your terminal using Node and the option allow native syntax, you can check that the result is true. But what happens if I remove the B property from the object and maybe I add it after the declaration? As you can notice, if I run again the script, the result is false. So JavaScript track and save the A map in a different way of the B map, as you can notice. But if you, for instance, remove also the B from the declaration of the A object, and you add the B property after the declaration, as you can notice, now again the two maps are equal. So as you can notice, this creates some stuff to do for the JavaScript engine during its execution. So you declare an object and then you add something. In this case, the JavaScript engine need to recreate or fix the map for that describe your object. And it's the same if you, for instance, you maybe you have A without the B, and you can delete the B dot B property. In this case, if you run again the script, as you can notice, the two map are different. So the A is different from the B. So because you delete the B property after the declaration. So as you can understand, using JavaScript and using the delete operator, you force JavaScript to handle something in behind the hood. So JavaScript, when you delete a property, need to review the map of the object, and this take time and reduce the performance of your code base. Yes, if you do the delete in the last property of your object, it's not a problem. It's not a big deal because JavaScript is able to review the map faster. But if you start to delete a property in the middle or at the beginning, as you can see saw in the previous example, the time start to increase and create a performance issue in your code. Okay, to help you to understand how you can prevent the delete issue, I wanna show you this example. So in the previous example with the delete in the birth year property, if you remember, there was a duration of 478 milliseconds. So now I want to create a different real scenario where you create a new class of the person and you remove the birth year property, and then you push the object in a list. In this case, the result. As you can notice, if I run this script, in this case, the duration is 1 second and 325 milliseconds. It's a huge time. But if you change the delete with a new approach, instead of delete the property, you can push in your property, for instance, a new object with the name and the surname, only the property that you need. And if you run again this script, as you can notice, this time the duration is 375 milliseconds. It's a different time respect of the previous example. And as you can imagine, it's better because you can prevent the performance issue caused by the delete operator. Another important stuff, if you use the delete for this example, the birth year in this moment is the last property of your class, but maybe in the future someone can add a new property, and in this case the birth year is not the last property of your class, and this introduces a performance issue during the execution of your. Using this second approach, your code doesn't depend on the order of your property, but the code only map the real property that you need for your new object, and this prevent the problem with the performance issue, and you leave the execution of the clear the memory to the garbage collector. Pretty simple. Okay, I suppose now you have all the notion to prevent performance issue in your JavaScript codebase by avoiding the delete operator. So I hope you enjoyed this content, and if you like it, please hit the like button below. And if you wanna stay updated with content, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you and see you soon. Bye bye.